Or you could have the farmhouse. So, what are we going to do with a 200-year-old French farmhouse, you may ask? And we will tell you. So we have mocked up our plans of what we would ideally like in the farmhouse. And obviously you might have some ideas and suggestions where you think, actually, that probably would look better over there or here. So throughout the whole process, let us know, okay?
If you drop me on my Mackie, I'll be fuming.
Bonjour! Hi everybody! Hello. What happened last week? What did you do, Ben?
I went for a working weekend down to Bournemouth. Very busy.
A working weekend.
Jerk chicken.
And I did some packing whilst Ben was away. I managed a total of 2 boxes. Go me. Zip on! Now we're going to show the plans. Bing!
Ta-da! Bing! Seamless. This is our house. This is how we would really like it to look in a couple of months. After we get there, it shouldn't take too long. You might notice a couple of little differences straight away. I've not said it yet. So currently, if you have a look at the house as it is right now, you'll notice we have 2 doors. We have one front door in the middle, and then the other door currently is by the kitchen. So we're going to restore the facade back to what we think it would have been initially, although we could be wrong. It might have had 2 doors all along.
Change that into a window.
We like the symmetry of 2 windows and a single door. So that's our plan.
And as we have a look at the main layout of the downstairs as it is at the moment, first of all, we've got the main entrance room. So it's like the welcome reception room. This leads on to the kitchen / dining room. We have 2 other rooms and the back door, which will go into further detail. Back right hand corner, we have an office. The right hand side of the house have like salon, like it's just like a living room with our record player.
You'll be seeing from our other videos that we've knocked some walls down. One of the walls was across here, across in the kitchen. That was the first video, episode 3 or 4, I think. And then the next episode, you saw us knock down these walls. There was loads of them. But we will be putting some stud walling back up. We're going to leave this one open plan for our kitchen and diner. This wall is still there, the original, that dead thin brick stuff that we knocked down at the other ones. That's still there, and we're going to keep it there. We're going to keep it where it is because we've got some really
nice wooden
flooring already in there, some nice wooden flooring that we wish to keep. These 2 big walls here, you can see, they are the supporting walls of the house, about 1 metre thick each, so we can't change them, nor would we want to change them, to be honest, because we think it's quite a good little layout as it is.
The false walls that we had before, we actually now going to be a bit further back, aren't they, than they were originally?
Yeah, so just to note, this is actually to scale on the app, so this is the size of the house.
Very clever. Let's zoom in to the main room. Ready? Okay, so this room that we have here is going to be our entrance room. So it's going to be quite a big open room. We want it to be quite warm and welcoming as you come in. As you can see as well, we've got 2 other doors that lead into different rooms. One would lead to a hallway, the other leads to the, I don't know what this room is. Oh, it's the toilet, okay. Okay. Pull it back. There's currently no staircase in there, so we would need to put an internal staircase. The door on my right is the downstairs toilet. The next door that we have, our utility area. Now, I know what you're thinking. We've knocked all that down, opened it up so it looks nice and light. So the dilemma is here. We've got the staircase. As it goes up, there's also like a long beam. So we're gonna have to maybe kind of think whether or not we put in a corner staircase. So as we go up the stairs, we wouldn't have to duck our head. And also maybe we'll get some natural light coming in the other back window that we have here. So we don't know what to do just yet. Okay, now we will walk into the downstairs toilet. We're in the little toilet area now. It's not big, it's just something small that we need. I actually didn't really want to put a shower down here in the first place, but because we're going to live in downstairs first in the office that we're going to have, going to need a shower to begin with anyway, so why not have a little small shower? It might be useful. The colour scheme isn't literal, so that might change.
You chose these colours?
I did choose the colours, but you know, we don't know what's going to be in 2028. And also in the little corner we have where the boiler's going to be. Is that right? Is it a boiler? I don't know what these things are.
The water tank, yeah.
The water tank, yeah, because water is important for a shower and a toilet and a sink.
Well, it's for the house.
And actually for the house. And then if we go through this little door here, maybe there's too many doors here actually, thinking about it. We go to the next room, which is right at the back of the house. Hello, can I get out please? It's like Sims, like... That's my Simish. So right at the back we have our utility room, functional room, where we have all the washer, dryer, chest freezer, but also it's going to be a room where we can wash the dog's paws off, etc., hang coats up. Your cloakroom, that's it. And a nice glass door so we can see out onto the lovely garden that we have. I'm going to hand over to Benjamin now and he will show you through the cuisine. You finding a good side? Not that side.
So this is our kitchen. It's not obviously exactly how it's going to be because we've had a few changes since. We're probably not going to have a gas cooker. I think we're going to stick with induction just because we don't have any gas in the area. It'd mean we're having to get the gas bottles, change them and all that lot, and it just seems like far too much effort. This is the pantry that we...
It's not the pantry. We knocked that down.
This is the cupboard we emptied up. That was full of all that old junk and the tablets and whatnot. So we're going to keep that as like a little larder to put all our tin goods and stuff and that like that way. But just put some nice doors on it. Coffee machine, essential in the corner, a little tea station. This was the old door, which we're going to put back into a window. You might notice as we go around, all our windows are actually quite low, which look quite nice, but they're quite impractical. So the artimets in there, we are hoping once we've lifted them, levelled all the floor, cleaned them, we're going to put them all back down again because we quite like them. And then we are also going to use them for this. So this is currently a door. This is the window I was chucking all the rubble out of. We are going to turn that into a door now on the side of the house because from our kitchen you're going to be able to walk out of there straight onto our new patio area. And the idea here is because we've got loads of these tomates all upstairs flooring, that's all tomates as well. So we're hoping to redo the kitchen floor, as I've said, with the tomates, and then as you go outside the tomates will continue. So it's sort of bringing that outdoors, indoorsy kind of space. So out here, you can't quite see, but the floor area, that's where it's going to come out with the same tomates. This is what we need to build up because it's quite lower down outside. That's why we're going to have to get a fair bit to lift it back up again to get it nice and level. So it's on the same sort of footing. If it turns out to be too much hard work, we'll just put a step. That is the old farmhouse. And that's the oldest building on our little plot. We've not even been in that ourselves yet.
Oh, you're not going to see like a smooth transition.
Well, that's because you can't navigate a mouse pad.
Excuse me.
So that's where we were just stood. That bit here is the old door, new window. Then just down here is the old window, new door. So we're not sure about an island yet. I think I do want one. And I think there's definitely space. I think it definitely could fit in there. Nathan doesn't particularly want one. I don't think, do you?
I'm give or take.
Yeah, we'll see though. I think an island might be quite nice. Sink area, a little breakfast bar popping out, and then just behind the kitchen is where the dining room will be. So this will be our kitchen diner area.
See it from a different perspective, that's all.
kitchen diner area. I think it was quite nice. It is 10 metres by 5 metres, so the whole area here is 50 metres squared. And we think it's quite a nice room, really, proportion and size-wise, to make a nice kitchen and diner.
Okay, so this is going to be our day living room. In winter it'll be really nice, have the fire on, have a glass of wine, have a few friends over, have a nice record collection there. It'll just be very, very calm and relaxing. Obviously when we get there, in our initial plans, we want to kind of live in this third half of the house. So it'll kind of just be like rough and ready state. So it'll kind of serve as a kitchen, as a living room, as a bedroom, but that will be at the back. Just till we get sorted and we can kind of like work our way throughout the house. And obviously we want to be not in the caravan in winter, we want to be in the house where we can light the fire and keep a bit warmer. So we'll take you through to what will be my office.
Our office.
At the minute there's a really beautiful wooden floor on there. It'll just be a normal office space. Obviously I picked the best view because I'll be in there all the time and in the pennies. But yeah, I think it'll be a nice working environment. Shall we go upstairs?
So from the reception room, this will be where the staircase comes up. As Nathan says, the more we think about the staircase, the more I'm not convinced that we'll just have one straight staircase going up. I think we'll probably have one of them
corner staircases.
like a corner staircase. It is where we've got our 2 guest bedrooms, our 2 ensuite guest bedrooms. Nothing really fancy about them. They are just going to be 2 guest rooms, en suites, because they're nice. Put a couple of windows in, but that's going to be it really. And then the other 2/3 of the house is going to be our suite, where we'll have a upstairs snug where we plan to have a telly and watch a film, put a little log burner in there to keep us warm. Into the master bedroom, into our bedroom. That currently is the outside staircase coming up, which we're going to keep. Put a glass door in there and extend the balcony out. So in the mornings we can just go out, see that lovely view, have our espressionis. This side will be our dressing room kind of area, which will then lead on to our master bedroom. To be honest, this
master bedroom, that's the bathroom.
Master bedroom. So this has probably been the most redesigned bit, because we didn't really know what to do, because it's quite a substantial space really.
There's a reason why it's laid out like it is as well.
We don't have many friends, so there's no point having many bedrooms.
There's here we have the thick supporting wall, and then here as well we have the other thick supporting wall.
That's not true.
This one.
There's only one wall upstairs, which is this one.
However, here and here we have very low beams. So we've, beams, because they're triangle shape. Oh, they just go across. Well,
so it's not a supporting wall. There's no supporting wall anywhere but this single one. The reason this has to be, and generally will be, our hallway is because there's fairly low beams across there for the roof. Not a triangle, an actual beam supporting a triangle roof. But there are 2 beams there, and you'll come up the stairs, but that will be a full vaulted room all the way up to the ceiling, with some nice skylights in there to let in lots of light, because we're quite big fans of lights.
Just this strip here. However, in the 2 guest rooms, the ceilings will be lowered so we can keep them well heated and insulated, and where the bathroom don't look like that. Okay, so where the 2 guest bedrooms are, the ceiling will be lowered. Obviously that saves costs, it'll be well insulated, and also up above.
So we're not lowering the ceiling, we're putting in a ceiling.
Yeah, I forgot I'm not a builder.
No, we're not lowering. It's not like we're going to lower this ceiling down by 10 foot. There is no ceiling currently. We will be putting a ceiling in on this side of the house. We're not putting a ceiling in on the hallway, because we're going to want all the beams exposed with some skylights. We will be putting a ceiling in this part of the house, 1, to keep it nice and cosy, 2, reduce costs, better insulation. But then we're still undecided about this part, our bedroom. Nathan wants it big and vaulted by not putting a ceiling in. However, the cost to heat and up on them ladders, putting insulation in and plasterboard in between the beams is a lot of work. And Nathan said, well, do that, and if you don't like it, we can put the false ceiling in.
And you said no.
No, I said either we do one or the other, I'm not doing it twice.
I vote for the high voltage ceiling. I don't even know why I'm bothering explaining it, because you've just corrected absolutely everything I've said.